Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another session of ours where we sit down with our vendors to understand the story, where they come from, to look at their products, and better appreciate how they've come through, what they've come through, and gotten to where they are. So, those who don't know about Africa to World is an online store platform retailing only African products across the world globe. So we do have local deliveries and international deliveries. Yes, for our vendor this particular week we have Sheillah Muhumuza of Mutano Ug, and welcome
Thank
Sheillah.
you. Thank you for having me.
Um, please tell us more about Mutano Ug.
Um, Hello, everyone. My name is Sheillah Muhumuza. I run an accessories business called Mutano Ug, where we make things like bags, jewelry, and other accessories using African print, leather, faux leather, denim, and many other products that are accessible on the local market here in Uganda. We tend to do a lot of custom work so that people have an access to things to a particular need that they have, but we also have things that are generic or you can end up choosing colors. But we have both lines. We have the custom line and
And
then we have products that are on the market.
ah, very interesting. So, how did you come up with Mutano Ug? Tell us
I came up
this.
before the history behind it is before even Mutano started, when I was in university. Some of us have grown up with African parents who tell us, when it's a holiday, we're not providing for you money.
You provide
So I had to find a way to make money. So I started by making earrings. I used to buy earrings from town and the thread, and I would wrap the earrings. That's how I started in business.
Wait, you get the earrings already made?
You get just the base of an earring, then you get thread and you wrap it. I think you've seen those earrings are still on the market today,
Okay.
but it's like different colors
Okay.
of that
Yes. Oh, yes.
woolen
Yes. Yes.
thread.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why I started from.
Okay.
I started playing with that. I've always had an interest in fashion, but because I'm not a very good drawer, what's in my image in my head and what comes on paper are very different things.
Okay.
So I never pursued fashion at any point. Never pursued art. Never pursued fashion in school. So I'm not trained. I'm not trained like with an institution. Most of this is self-taught
So.
through YouTube, try and error, learning here and there. That's how I've learned. So I can create something from my hands to the final thing, but don't necessarily know how to draw it. So
Comes
when I,
from
yes,
your imagination and from
yes, to
from
what
the
the
head.
final product is without having to go through the process of drawing it.
I totally understand.
So when I started by making those earrings. Then I used to read a lot of blogs, fashion blogs and DIY blogs. As I got an interest in accessories more than I did with clothes. I do love clothes, but I don't make clothes. So we really do deal with accessories more than we deal with clothes.
Okay.
Now through university, I started doing that. I got my parents had bought me a sewing machine because I'd had an interest in sewing. But before I used to hand sew everything, started playing with different designs, buying materials from the market. You buy that old big dress, that big pair of jeans, you cut it up and see. And that's how I started interested in making the bags.
Okay.
Even then, I had learned how to make simple skirts. I used to make skirts. So when I finished university, when it was time to look for a job, were like, you have a talent, you shouldn't go into
Wasted.
the yeah, you shouldn't waste it, go into the market, learn. So I was like, let me try this out. I don't have any responsibilities. I might as well try it out. So I learned more. So I decided to give myself 4 years, 3 years to try and perfect a lot
The craft.
of the craft. We'll get to as you know, 10,000 hours. So 3 years to try and perfect. So that's when I got the idea and started the business of Mutano.
So when did you exactly set up? Which year did you set up Mutano?
Mutano was in 2015. We're making 10 years this year.
Wow.
Yes.
10 years of Mutano.
10 years of Mutano Ug. After university, we set up, but I will say 5 years was really learning, try and error, finding your suppliers who you know, finding what material lasts. I've had good feedback from clients over the years what materials to pick up, what materials worked. So that before I even go on the international market, I need to have a product that
speaks for itself.
speaks for
your
itself, that
experience and
lasts.
for your love.
Yes,
for the
so
value.
my target market, also learning along the way, I learned things like target markets. I learned like instead of being all over the place making things for everyone at all the time, have a niche that you go for. That's how I dropped making the skirts from learning.
What products people want, so you learned.
No, like I would. There's also a lot of collaboration. The other designers who work with dresses, making clothes. I'm like, instead of me trying to do clothes and bags and things, I found I had more passions in making the bags and accessories compared to making the clothes. I'm like, if someone wants clothes, I know who to send them to.
Have you at any one point, because you've talked about other designers that in your line that you've met with people, you're making bags and someone is making clothes. Have you thought about maybe like a partnership with someone and you're like, you know what, these are very good products you have, and these are products I have. Yeah, that if they can actually really complement each other. I've actually seen a few people doing that.
When I was starting out, there's a designer who's phoned me on Instagram, and she's called Okori Juliana. She has PhD, and she was doing a fashion show in Ethiopia, and she needed accessories to go. So that was, I think, my first collaboration ever, where I made the bags for her show. Wow. When I look back, I say she really had faith and vision in me, because I look at the quality of the products then and what I can do now.
Right
for such a difference. But she needed them for the runway, so I made some bags for the runway using part of the fabrics that she had used.
So that's a shout out to her.
Yes, KCH. Those are among the people who believed in me first. The brand is called KCHD.
KCHD.
Yes, they're in Bukoto.
Bukoto.
Yes.
We'll definitely look up for them.
Yes.
Any other partnerships you've had?
I've had another partnership I've had is training. What with Watoto.
Okay, Watoto.
So Watoto Church, the neighborhood, the program that handles and works with HIV positive mothers and women single mothers. They make products including jewelry, but they also have a product line of bags to be able to be self-sustainable. What Watoto Church, Watoto Ministry does is they make women make these products, clothes, bags, paper beads, and then they sell it abroad, usually during the concerts of the Watoto Children's Choir.
Abroad?
Yes, they sell the products abroad.
Wow.
In the different countries where they have partners. Brazil, the USA, Canada.
That's very interesting.
So it's a self-sustainable, instead of depending on funding, they find a way to make it sustainable for them. They even sell them here in Uganda. If you go to Watoto Church downtown, they have a shop down there where they sell products.
Oh wow.
Now, I was contracted as a consultant to help design a line a few years ago. To help design a line, work with a team that produces, but also a team that usually creates the in-house line. So worked with that team, we created a line, created samples, then we taught the women how to cut the patterns and make those bags. Yes, that's another collaboration I've had.
Wow. So you've actually really had, you've moved, you've seen, you've worked.
Yes.
So with the past collaborations, and I've seen your skills, I've actually really been improving.
Thank you.
And where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Are there some things you're looking at, partnerships you're looking at? Where are your dreams for the next 5 to 10 years? Because you're seeing your journey.
I think my dreams for the next 5 to 10 years is entering the international market properly. So looking for international partners. I think I'm at a point where I think the quality has reached a point where I can now put in the international market comfortably. Yes. Because I have done it on personal levels with certain people who have come and bought and taken, and over the years there's been good feedback. So now if we're to use a site, where I know with sites there's returns and what, but we're at a point where we know that the return won't be as high, because so far that all I've got from people, instead of them returning products, is, oh, my friend saw this bag and they liked it, now they want one of their own. Or someone says, I bought the bag and my cousin took it, now I want another one. So we've really grown a lot from referral and mouth to mouth. So someone sees they like. So that's how we've known that the product has become good, because we've had clients, and we've had clients come back year after year after year, and they're like, the bag I bought from you 4 years ago, I still use it. So I'm like, so even if it's affordable, it's still a good quality.
Good quality. So it
Yes.
speaks for itself.
Yes.
What are the major challenges you've actually experienced from the time you've set up? Because you've been in business for about 10 years now.
Yes.
So making 10. Someone out there is making just a year. Someone out there is just going to make 6 months. So they will want, they'll be listening to your story. They want to know what are the, they would like to relate with you in the difficulties you faced and how you've overcome them.
The biggest challenge with Uganda is materials. Having access to materials is a very big challenge.
That's the biggest challenge, really.
One of the biggest challenges, yes.
Okay.
So there you have a good supplier of, especially like hardware, backhoe, zips, and you will send in and maybe a backhoe will break, but getting a good supply is quite hard. Yet if you want to ship in and import, it's quite costly without taxes. So you learn to adapt and adapt your designs around. That's my solution, is a learning to adapt around the issues that are there. Because you'll also use something and you want it to be a staple to make your bags look different. If you'll go back to the shop and they're like, oh, people are not buying a lot of it, so we stopped shipping it in. So unless you have a high cost of capital to begin with, and you order from China straight, when you're starting out and you're starting out small, it becomes quite hard to. So you need to be very adaptable.
Oh.
And I think a person issue I've dealt with is learning how to not underprice myself. Especially when you start from home and you haven't yet registered and worked on taxes, you tend to want to do hand to mouth, or you feel intimidated, especially like me who was learning on business. You tend to underprice because you're right, people won't like it, or it will reach there and here, and I don't know how to price myself. So for a while, I was underpricing, or I'd feel like someone wants to get wholesale and they intimidate you to even lower your cost. And by the time you realize you've spent more than you've actually earned, so you're working in losses. So learning to stand your ground, listening from talking about taxes, talking about registration, it's good to look out for these resources so that you learn quite early how to save.
So basically, don't enter a business unless you really believe in yourself, believe in your products.
So you can't
underestimate yourself.
Imposter syndrome is for everyone. It happens to everyone. But just look out for these resources. Another thing is having all over the place, being all over the place. So in the beginning, as I said, I would make skirts, I would make bags, I would make everything. And then if a client said, that's so expensive to me, I would try and use other materials. But over the years, I learned, have a target market and to set a level of quality. You don't want your brand, in the branding, you don't want your brand to look bad, because one product, the quality is better than that one. So you need to have a bottom line, and this is your quality, this is what you produce. If a client says that's so expensive, we're like, oh, there'll be other people who might probably be able to make, but I'm not willing to reduce the quality of my product to meet the price that you're willing to have.
Wow. So we've looked at the products. Let's have a look at the products you specialized in. So
Yes.
we really look at the products.
Today,
Before us,
Today we have brought a few items. There is much more. We also have men's products, but today there is a lot more female products here. We have a lot of bags, like a cross bag here that has a strap all the way. We actually reinforce our straps if anything has long straps so that they last longer. This is something we've learned over the years that helps the product and the quality to improve. We have wallets for women, full wallets. Well, we have card holders, which are unisex, can be used by both men and women. We have this type, and we have this type. We have so many other products. So we tend to use two types of leather. There's the one which is a bit more stiff, and then that's quite soft. They are very affordable. Our products start from 5,000 all the way to We have
5,000.
travel bags that go for around 100, 120,000. That have canvas go to like 150,000. But we're quite affordable.
Yeah, I've seen 5,000.
Yes,
Sure,
we
it's the
have
different
earrings
products
for
and how.
5,000.
So this one will go for
10,000.
So this is fox leather and
And
kitenge.
kitenge. And it's reinforced inside with faux leather, so it's quite firm and sturdy. It's not going to fall over a place, and this will also last. The fabric won't stretch because we reinforce everything inside.
What do you mean reinforce it?
When you touch and feel it on the inside, you'll feel there's a material.
There's another material inside.
Yes, we put leather on the inside.
A leather on the inside within
In
the
between,
material.
yes.
Oh, wow.
Then all our products have a kitenge lining. This is something that's from our brand. Whatever products we do, we usually have a kitenge lining. Unless it's a custom where someone needs something that's a bit different, like the toilet bags that need. There's certain toilet bags we make that we put leather lining so that they are easier to clean.
Yes.
We have key holders, things like key holders. We have earrings that are on the site, Africa to World. We have some earrings that are on Africa to World, like the Africa earrings. Very affordable, and they last. Yes.
Very interesting. Oh, yes. So let's just look at the different. How much would let's just consider the different pricing for the different products.
Yes.
So if someone wants to get to this one,
That key holder is 12,000.
12,000.
Yes.
All right. Okay, these key holders are all 12K.
Yes.
And if someone wanted this, well, this is mine. But this is definitely mine. But we'll upload for you. Don't worry.
Yes, that's 10,000.
10.
Yes. Then this type is 8,000.
Okay.
Yes.
Also unisex.
Yes.
This is definitely not
40,000.
unisex.
Definitely not unisex. 40,000.
All right.
This goes for 10,000. This goes for 25,000. We have phone pouches that go for 12,000. We have many more products. We do a lot more custom work. This toilet bag, small one, is also 12.
You know, this one.
This goes for 35,000. It can carry an iPad, books.
Oh wow!
Easy for someone to use.
So if someone wanted a laptop bag,
yes, we do laptop bags. We do travel bags.
Custom made, yeah?
Yes, messenger bags for men. We've also made camera bags for some photographers. We've done a lot of custom work for a number of clients. If you find us on Instagram, you're able to see
the work you have.
So a lot of our ideas.
Which leads me to another question. So if someone will be impressed by your work out there and they want to follow you, can you tell us the avenues they can get
You can follow us on Instagram at Mutano Ug and on Facebook at Mutano Ug. Yes, on both platforms.
Both platforms?
Yes.
Are those the only platforms you're on right now?
At the moment, those are the only platforms I'm on right now. Hopefully this year we shall
expand maybe to TikTok and to others out
there. Hopefully websites, working with more businesses like Africa to World to put out products and have access to a larger market.
Actually got to know you through a friend of mine who got to know through another friend. Karoba sense actually. I'm still trying to negotiate with her. But it's been a journey. And I have to say that I'm really, really, really happy. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone you would like to say that, you know what, I attribute my success to? Some people say thanks to some people, shout out to some.
There are a number of businesses. As I said, the first one is KCHD, who believed in me and got my first product.
We'll be calling you very soon, right after this.
Then I have a friend called Kenyumara of OG Esuits. He was among the people who took me downtown to different suppliers when I was starting out.
To get the niche, eh?
So not the niche, because he works in suits, but like knowing where to buy stuff. Because he also had a network and he was willing to share his network. So when I was starting, where do you buy kitenge? He knew a shop that sells leather. So he took me and showed me the places in downtown where you're buying thread, where you're buying even those miscellaneous. Another team I grew up with, when I worked with Watoto, I also improved. I didn't just work with them, I also learned a lot from them.
Watoto.
Yes, Watoto, my family. Most people have the idea that when your family is not going to support you, my biggest supporters are my family.
Actually, the biggest support you can have is usually the first line of defense, and the biggest customers you can have is family and the friends.
Yes. I've been privileged enough to have a family that's supported. I don't have parents who, when they order something, they're like, "You're living in a house, you're not paying." They pay full price. They advertise. They tell their friends. So that's part of how my clientele has also grown.
Wow.
Yes, and friends. I think I have a number of friends in the creative sector. We might not be doing the same thing, but we have different niches in the creative sector. I have friends who bake. I have friends who sew. I have friends who do social media.
So it's that kind of like network you
Yes.
develop that can help you. That has really actually helped you. Your friend does some referral for you, and then you also do
You'll do referral for them.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. Anything you'd like to tell people out there who are watching? Any last words you'd like to say?
Any last words? You're welcome to come and buy from us. Please
use the platform Africa to World.
Well, yes.
We'll
be adding more products. At the moment, we have key holders and earrings, but we'll be adding more products like card holders.
Yes, card holders.
For the market, we don't want to leave the gentlemen out.
And we've been complaining. We've been complaining.
Yes. Yes. So, also to fellow business owners, don't give up. Resilience is needed, especially with the climate in Uganda. It's quite hard, but resilience is needed.
Perseverance.
Yes.
Actually, I really look at someone. I really look up to someone who has gone through the struggles of setting up a business and actually overcome them. So your success story, your story is a success to people out there. Like,
also, no, my story looks different from someone else, and your story will look different from everyone else. Don't measure yourself to other businesses, even though you're in the same sector. Know that your journey is different from them. You compare yourself to yourself, not to other people. Set goals and targets for yourself, and that's what you compare yourself to. Don't compare your journey to other people.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ms. Sheillah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you for showing us the products. Thank you for you really saved me and my other products. Thank you for showing us the bags. Please, for those out there who have been watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel for more of these videos where we'll actually sit down with our vendors and you get to know their story, their struggles, so that maybe you can appreciate the products that are on site and could help someone out there who's setting up a business to really understand how to move around with the climate in Uganda. Thank you so much. We look forward to having you next time. Until next time, have a good one. Supposed to be close to me.